Early on for the Pioneer project, we realized that if we wanted to engage minority communities in a meaningful way in our project, we really needed to build a relationship. And we also needed to understand what were the needs and the priorities of the community. To do so, we first started reaching out to community leaders that at the time turned out to be caregivers of children who have mental health needs. As we started our discussions, we soon realized that one of the largest needs of the community was to be able to develop their own support groups that could be conducted by Hispanic leaders. So in partnership with the community, we developed a series of workshops that aimed at, for one, train the leaders on how to plan and lead a discussion within a support group. The second one, to help them identify a location, a date, and a time that would be more amenable for their members to be able to attend on a regular basis. And the third one, clearly to build that relationship and that trust between the leaders, their community, and between us, the research team. So after we implemented these workshops, or the main idea of the workshops was really to learn from the community, more so that going there to teach them or to provide them with resources, which is like the traditional focus of workshops. And I think that's what makes the Pioneer or the PIONEROS workshops different to what we currently have out there. PIONEROS workshops were initially thought of as the pre-engagement activities for the Pioneer study. Generally speaking, there were a series of 4 workshops that wanted to provide caregivers with a safe space to be able to discuss their experiences around seeking care for their children, but also a space where they could learn from each other. Through these workshops, both caregivers and leaders learned that it was possible to talk about very personal experiences and that others were there to support them. So we used this opportunity not only to explore what could be the potential barriers or challenges that they could be facing, but also to understand what were their perceptions and research. In our experience for this project, I think there's different ways in which research can empower communities. For one, because it can create communities within a community. The second one, because it can help communities identify their voice, and it can also teach them how to use that voice more effectively. And third, it also helps them build relationships with others that can help them be sustainable over time and that can help them continue learning over time. So one of the interesting things that started happening as we finished the workshops was that even though we were no longer like present actively in the community, the leaders took these groups to a whole other level. And currently these groups are being identified as advocates for their community, specifically advocates for children with special needs, which certainly speaks about how when you provide communities with the right tools, they can certainly take things to the next level. And this certainly goes beyond what, as researchers, we expect from projects, which is we obtain the results and it ends there. Here, communities have certainly taken it to a whole other level.